Over the Influence, a memoir. Written and read by Joanna Jojo Levesque. Dedicated to anyone who's ever been lost, my family and friends, everyone along this life journey who helped, encouraged, challenged, been a mirror. Team Jojo. The people who hurt me and those I've hurt. You have been my biggest teachers. The love of my life in canine form. Agape. Author's note. Here's something they don't tell you when you start writing your memoir. It's fucking weird. Not so much the actual writing of it, although that's weird too, trying to wrangle the thoughts out of your brain onto the blank paper or Word document in front of you. But the process of mining the deepest, darkest crevices of your experience and letting everything come up to the surface for air is a little mortifying. Nothing really prepares you for what it feels like to exorcise your demons out of your body and look at them in black and white. This process has been a lot about humility and accountability as much as anything. As someone who broke into the music industry as a preteen, I know there will be people who immediately write me and this book off as the musings of a child star grown up. We naturally look for ways to simplify someone's life into a digestible bite and try to figure out where to put the blame for the bad stuff. But that's just not how I see it. In my story, there are no victims and no villains. Just messed up people, myself very much included, in a messed up industry, in a world that keeps turning while we flail around, grasping onto things and people that resemble stability, even in the eye of our own personal shitstorm. And there's redemption, and hope, and the opportunity to dust your life off and take the reins. Now feels like the best possible time to release the shame, embarrassment, and fear of rejection that I absorbed over the years and wore like a second skin. The experiences I'm sharing across these chapters are all true. I've changed some names and identifying details to protect the privacy of others who I don't fuck with anymore, or whose stories are not mine to tell. Other folks I kept their names in, because it is what it is. This part was the biggest piece I wrestled with when I decided I wanted to share my life story. The wanting to do right by the other people in or no longer in it, while still being transparent. Earnestly desiring to paint human beings with dimension, texture, and color kept me awake and staring at the ceiling or busying myself with various procrastination tactics over the past year and some change. But since humans are designed to share their stories, I wanted to see what I could really remember of mine when I took the time to try. To the best of my memory, I included snippets from real conversations. If not with the exact words, then at least in a way that captures the underlying feelings and meanings behind them. Thank you for choosing to spend your time with me like this. It means more than you'll ever know. Love, Joe. Intro. The only little girl in AA. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Some people learn the serenity prayer through talk therapy or while reading self-help books. But as someone who was born and raised inside the smoky fluorescent lit halls of Alcoholics Anonymous, I honestly can't remember a time when I didn't know the prayer word for word. It's always been echoing around. To me, within me, from me, now tattooed in black and green around my right wrist. Somehow nostalgic and aspirational at the same time. It's not just that I spent a lot of time in AA meetings as a kid. My parents met in AA. Romantic, I know. So I literally wouldn't exist if it wasn't for that program. Do I feel a little guilty telling you that? You know, because the whole point of AA is that it's anonymous? Yes. But I'm no stranger to guilt. And I know now, as I've always known, that addiction isn't just any old part of my story. It's the foundation that everything else in my life was built upon. I get frustrated when people reduce addiction to one substance or another. It's deeper than that. In a TEDx talk, Dr. Gabor Mate describes it like this. The Buddhists have this idea
Sample complete. Ready to continue?